Siamo in Sardegna, un'isola stupenda ovunque.
We are in Sardinia, an island as beautiful inland as it is from the surrounding sea. Who wouldn't want to spend a holiday here? And if you want your experience to be even more exciting, you have to get on board a boat, an inflatable boat, and discover the coasts and archipelagos.
Siamo a Stintino, nell'estremità.
We are in Stintino, on the northwestern end of the island, and we are going to try out a rubber boat, the SELVA D540 EVO. It is 535 centimetres long and 243 centimetres wide, and they have equipped it with a 40 horsepower outboard engine, so anyone can drive it without a licence, making it an ideal vehicle for renting, for example.
Immaginate di essere qui in vacanza e di potervi godere queste spiagge, queste acque. Poi pensate di avere un gommone come questo.
Imagine being here on holiday and being able to enjoy these beaches, these waters. Then imagine having a boat like this to be able to reach any bay without traffic, to admire any coast, to drive anywhere you want. These are the reasons that lead to renting or buying a boat. The D540 EVO belongs to the series Evolution line of SELVA, which includes models from 4.7 to 8 metres, but there are many ranges of SELVA's inflatable boats. The Italian company has remarkable nautical experience, and the packages that sell, meaning complete hull and engine products, are set up with what is needed for navigation, without unnecessary elements that are not essential and only increase the prices. The 5.5-metre vessel must be simple, but also functional. It must be a good price to attract those who have never thought of owning a boat, and must offer a good level of comfort and, above all, safety.
Un buon comandante deve far vedere ai suoi
A good pilot must show his guests as soon as they get on board where the safety equipment is, in particular the life jackets. All the lockers are counter-moulded, so they are separated from the bilge and therefore dry and also beautifully shiny. A feature that stands out is the double sun deck, one on the bow that is extendable and another aft, which is formed by simply tipping the backrest. Doing so also overlooks the swimming area. The coamings, so wide, serve to embark from the pier without using the tubes, which are not as safe. They also serve to expand the sunbathing surface. The maximum transport capacity, according to the certificate of approval, is 8 people, but actually on board you are comfortable with 4, and you can choose from 6 different positions. The backrest is for 2 people, but the console is tailor-made just for the pilot. There is also a seat on the front of the console, but it can only be used at lower speeds because there is more spray from the sea up front. And finally, at the stern, there is room for 3 people. This locker is tin for documents and personal effects. We are about to leave, but first remember to always check the tank. Better to start with full. Ah yes, also the water.
Il SELVA D540 EVO è stato equipaggiato con un motore da 40 cavalli.
The SELVA D540 EVO has been equipped with a 40 horsepower engine, the Dorado XSR. This outboard is a 4-cylinder, of course, 4-stroke, 996 cubic centimetres, with 16 valves and electronic fuel injection. The abbreviation XSR indicates that it has very aggressive results, well beyond those on the data plate of this outboard.
La Sardegna, si sa, è un'isola ventosa.
Sardinia, you know, is a windy island, and right now the wind has raised the sea a little. That's why we decided to try it. A boat, however small, must be able to tackle even less favourable situations in order to at least bring you back to the harbour calmly. Begin planing without raising the bow, and this is an advantage because it allows you to see in front of you properly, and you don't have to worry about adjusting the trim or the weight on board. We are sailing with the engine at 3,600 RPM and our speed is already 15 knots. I like this boat because it has very large tubes and is always in contact with the surface. This serves to stabilise the boat, both when you are still at anchor and sunbathing, and while you are sailing. Some inflatable boats with tubes far from the water's surface don't have the same stability, so you are forced to continually correct the route. Not only that, but on such a small hull, the evolutionary effect of the propeller, which is the fact that it is continually turning to one side, to the right, it usually tends to make the boat lean to that side. If the tubes touch the water, this doesn't happen because they control this inclination.
Nel frattempo abbiamo portato la velocità a 20 nodi.
In the meantime, we have brought the speed up to 20 knots. The engine is at 4,400 RPM. Yes, there are waves, of course we feel them, but the control is perfect and the comfort on board seems equally high. I don't use the trim because I want to check how easy it is to handle. Basically, this is a boat that could be used by a novice who is sailing for the first time. Giving a bit more gas makes it lay even better on the surface. We reached 25 knots. At this time, the engine speed is 5,000 RPM. We have the waves coming just off the stern. It's not the most unfavourable condition, and so I'll turn a little. I put the sea directly at the stern and give some gas. This is the worst situation. You do not have to worry if it rolls a bit. You don't have to do anything. Let it run. Let it find its stability by itself. It's time to tell you what speed we can reach. I'll give some trim, now that I need it.
Oh, come corre la costa!
How the coastline flies. No, it's us flying at 30 knots. It will be thanks to Sardinia, it will be thanks to its waters all this day, but surfing with the SELVA D540 EVO, I really enjoyed it.